About you and Tank, if that were to happen. No, you sparred with him, correct?
Yeah.
So you and Tank, if that were to happen.
I feel like me and Tank fight how it go would be like electrifying. Like me and him are both mean, aggressive, bully. We bullies in the ring, you know, like we bully the bullies.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm the type of fighter I love to bully the bully. So if you got two fighters in there, mentalities is like that, then it's gonna play out to be a great fight. And I'm just up for the challenge for real. And it's a Davis on Davis, like it's gonna be a great promotion, you know. I feel like that fight could break numbers.
So Gervonta Davis versus Keyshawn Davis's 500 million mega fight just got confirmed, and it has the entire fight world buzzing. This matchup had been making headlines for months now.
That shit was fun, I ain't gonna lie, cause I like a dude that ain't scared of me too, you know what I'm saying? Cause niggas be scared, I ain't sugarcoat, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be scared in there, you feel me? That's why I love sparring Terrence Crawford, you feel me? Cause he a nigga, you know, that nigga ain't Shakur, you know? They ain't scared of nothing. Cause niggas be scared, I ain't sugarcoat, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be scared in there, you feel me? That's why I love sparring Terrence Crawford, you feel me? Cause he a nigga, you know, that nigga ain't Shakur, you know? They ain't scared of nothing, they ain't worried about nothing, and they can fight too. So when it came to Tank, you know, it was like that, you feel me? So, yeah.
But the athletes just put ink on the contract for an epic showdown, and Tank's last fight in the ring. Yeah, you heard that right. Gervonta is hanging up his gloves, and this fight is the perfect way to say goodbye with a banger.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would knock Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. He got the power, he got the skill and ability. He's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Talks to go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fight. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Let's break it down. Gervonta Davis and Keyshawn Davis have finally signed on the dotted line for a mind-blowing $500 million fight deal. Yep, you heard it right, $500 million. This isn't just another boxing match, this is the showdown everyone's been waiting for, and it's about to get wild.
So from the game, we've seen a lot of tit for tat, you know, name calling, and we've seen a lot of playing around, but we're not seeing the fights we need to see. So I think this will start something good.
Now, on the flip side, we got Gervonta Davis, who just KO'd Frank Martin. Frank Martin had similar amount of fights as Keyshawn Davis had. They did with after Tank knocked out Frank Martin, they said that Tank was cherry picking, fighting people that didn't have the experience that he has.
Right.
So do you think it would be the same thing if he was to fight Keyshawn and get the knockout and win that fight?
Honestly, I wouldn't think it would be the same, is because Keyshawn is a lot more confident than Frank Martin. He's a lot more experienced. When Tank was letting Frank Martin know that he wasn't ready, and he was saying to him, you know, you don't know enough, he was being honest about that. But the reason it mattered is because Frank Martin as an amateur, probably maybe 50, 60 fights. Keyshawn as an amateur, 100 plus fights, and an Olympian, you know what I mean? So that's a different caliber of guy. The confidence level is way different, you know what I mean? So Keyshawn would go in there and not be scared, and not be afraid, and, you know what I mean, shoot his shots with confidence. So that's what would make it a lot better fight.
Now, also with Keyshawn on the other side, if he was to win that fight Tank and win that fight, come out victorious, what would that do for his career?
I mean, best in the world at 135. You got to be fair. I mean, if anybody else was to beat Tank, that's what they would say. So that's, I mean, he the guy now. I don't know if we would call him the face of boxing just yet, but he's the guy.
At 135.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up what let's pick up. So if Keyshawn Davis is to come out victorious against Gervonta Davis, if that fight was to happen, what does that do for his career?
He's automatically declared the number one guy in the world at 135 pounds. The respect should be there. You know what I mean, Tank is the guy. So if Keyshawn was to beat him, now he's the guy.
Let's take a step back and unpack this drama, because these two have been breathing down each other's necks. For a hot minute, the tension between Gervonta and Keyshawn didn't just pop up overnight. It's been brewing like a pressure cooker ready to explode. It all hit a boiling point after Keyshawn's recent fight against Gustavo Lemos. Picture this, Keyshawn delivered a jaw-dropping knockout.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people, it don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fighter in our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis. But this is
sending Lemos crashing to the canvas. The crowd's going wild, but Keyshawn's got something else on his mind. He grabs the mic stands in the center of the ring, and with all the swagger in the world, calls out none other than Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
Bringing into this fight, and Tank knows it.
Now, calling out Tank isn't something you do lightly. This is a man who's been knocking people out left and right, a seasoned champion with a reputation for shutting down anyone who dares to step in his way. But Keon, oh, he wasn't fazed. He straight up declared that he wanted Tank next, and he wanted it bad. At first, Tank brushed it off. I mean, he's got options, right?
Could we see you with Shakur before you go?
Who has Shakur? What has Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He hasn't done nothing.
You don't think he's better than any of the guys you face?
Looking more better than him. Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this nigga.
So you would rather
keep screaming this nigga name? He haven't done nothing.
You'd rather fight
Keyshawn? Haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who say that you might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that, you know, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football.
A roster full of fighters who would jump at the chance to take him on. But here's the thing, when the entire fight world is buzzing, when fans are filling up social media timelines with Tank versus Keen hashtags, and when analysts are debating this matchup on every platform, you start to pay attention. Tank couldn't ignore the noise. He saw the demand, the hype.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's active and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta "Tank" Davis. When Gervonta "Tank" Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. It's Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss
the undeniable fact that this was the fight the world wanted. So what did he do? He put ego aside, grabbed a pen, and signed the damn contract, because at the end of the day, 10 knows how to give the people what they want. But let's not forget the backstory. This isn't just about business. It's personal. The beef between these two has been simmering for a while. They've exchanged words on social media, taken subtle shots at each other in interviews.
Tank said he's now the new face of boxing. What do you think?
For sure, he's the face of boxing. I don't have no problem with saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves everything that's coming to him. He's the face of boxing for sure.
And he's that guy. You talked about how good Shakur is. Do you think people sleep on Tank's skills? They just see him as a knockout artist?
Who sleep on Tank's skills? Nah, nobody sleep on Tank. Like,
well, I just go because so many people just think he's a knockout artist, but I think they underestimate his boxing IQ.
And back in 2021, in August, I sparred Tank, and he's skilled. Like, he's skillfully. Like, he's like, you can watch me fight. You know, I'm skilled. When I got in the ring with him, he's skillfully great. He's great. Like, Tank is all the way around a great fighter for sure. He's for sure like Shakur the man. Tank the man too. Tank the man to beat right now because he got the popularity and the skill. You know what I'm saying? Shakur the man right now, but he's just not as popular as Tank.
And built a rivalry that's too juicy to ignore. Keen's been itching to prove himself, to show the world that he's not just the next big thing, but the big thing. And Tank, well, Tank's got a legacy to protect. He's not about to let some up-and-comer walk in and take his throne without a fight. Now let's get one thing straight. Gervonta Davis is no slouch. This isn't going to be a walk in the park for Tank.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah,
now watch this.
They gonna
now
be
watch.
They gonna be
now
there.
watch. Now watch.
What's different from 10 minutes ago when you said that?
You know how when they told you said how like I posed for Lomachenko, right? And like how he said like he was retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in it so long that we are getting tired of it. Like we've been beating our body up so long, but it be like situations like just now, like where he talking that spark the plug again.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Is that all it takes for you? Is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you're going out.
It always go like this. Always go like this.
Nah, what I'm saying, you just said you feel like you going out.
They go to sleep.
I don't want you to feel like you going out.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about that.
Keen's been grinding and his resume speaks for itself. Olympic silver medalist. Check. Undefeated in the pro ranks. Double check. This guy's got skills for days and he's not here to play around.